Hello everyone, how are you? I'm hoping you guys are doing great, and in this video we are going to discuss about pandas. What is pandas, how to install pandas, and how to actually use some important functions about panda. So let's jump into it and I'll see you on the other side. As far as we have discussed like how the whole process works in installing the systems and set up the environment basically. Okay, so this is the first session of data analysis with Python. For that purpose, we are going to use pandas library. So let's discuss how to work on pandas library. For that purpose, I'm just like clearing it and opening the Jupyter notebook. So this is how you can open it. Just writing Jupyter notebook on your terminal, or you can also like go to Launchpad and open Anaconda Navigator from here. That also works. That's totally up to you how you want to open it. Once that is done, I'm going on my desktop, and on the desktop only I'm creating a new Python 3 notebook. So here it is created, and this is about pandas. Okay, introduction to pandas to be more specific. So here we are going to install pandas first of all. Like if you are working on it for the first time, you might need to install it if it is not installed in your system. But most probably whenever you are working, you are installing Anaconda Navigator, some of the important libraries are already there, like NumPy in your case. So to install pandas, what we need to do, you need to write an exclamation mark, pip for Python package manager, install, and then we need to write pandas, execute it. And here in this case, like you can see, requirement already satisfied. That means the library that we want to use is already present there, right? So this is something that you need to do for the first time, and after that you can import numpy. Okay, sorry, panda should be there because we are working on pandas this time. So star means the cell is executing. Okay, now just wait until or unless it is executed, because we are importing numpy, so it is taking some time, and after that we need to, so here you can see it is done. Now we need to import pandas, right? So this will import pandas library. Okay, now in pandas we are having a lot of things that we can use. Okay, in pandas we, like in numpy we are having something called as a numpy array. Okay, for example, let me tell you how the whole process works. Okay, so I'm importing numpy and pandas. So if I'm having a list, let's suppose with 1 2 3 4 5, execute it. So I can use numpy dot array, and I can pass my list here, so it will convert it into an array. Similarly, in pandas we are having something called a series or data frame. Okay, inside that I can pass my list, and the list is converted into a series, just one row or column we can say. Okay, where I'm having the data in one dimension, that's called as a series, right? Whenever we are having multiple data, for example, uh, if I'm taking the same list, okay, and I'm passing another list and another list, here I'm passing 3 lists and I'm passing it inside bigger list. So this is something you can see, this is a 2-dimensional list, okay, where we are having 3 rows and 5 columns. Okay, if I'm passing this thing inside the series, it will look something like this. Okay, similarly, what I am doing, I can also take the help of data frame. This is a better looking pandas. So here you can see I am having a data frame here. What is data frame? Data frame is nothing but a representation in pandas which will help you to manipulate the data set. Okay, so here I am just taking 5 columns and 3 rows, as I have told you. You can also mention the name of the columns. Okay, so like here I can mention the name of the columns, like first one is the first, then I'm writing, let's suppose second, or let's write ABCD. Here you can mention the name of the column. C is there, then I'm having D, then I'm having E, because 5 columns are there. So here you can see I'm having 5 columns. This is nothing but the index of the whole data frame that we are having. Okay, and similarly, as I've told you, you can use as many such arrays as you want, because here this time I'm just having if I'm executing it, here you can see I'm having 5 columns, and how many rows are there? Total 9 rows are there. This is how you can add multiple rows, multiple columns into it. Okay, now the problem while using these kind of stuff is, like, we are using pandas. In pandas we have defined all the function. That's obvious. So what we can do, instead of writing pandas, we can take the short name of pandas as well, like pandas as PD. Same thing as we have done for numpy as well. Like, instead of writing numpy dot array, numpy dot, let's suppose random dot rand, or in pandas dot series, pandas dot data frame, we'll take the short name of it. Like, instead of writing numpy as np, we'll write np instead of writing numpy. So if I'm executing it, and instead of numpy, now I can use np only. If I'm executing it, it works. Similarly, earlier I need to use pandas, which is a bigger name as compared to the short name. So we can use PD for that as well. Execute it. This is how it works, right? So we are having series, we are having data frames. Now we are also going to discuss about how we can dig deeper into the concept, like how we can select a column, select a row, do the processing, calculate the things. If we are having any null value, what we can do in that case. A lot of things are yet to come, but this time let me save it in a variable named as df. Why I have taken df? df is something I have taken to work at as a data frame, because this is a data frame, right? Even if I'm checking the type of it, it is still a pandas.co.frame.data frame. Similarly, if I'm checking the type of this, so this is a series, right? So we are having different kind of data types that we are using, because different representations are there. But in a nutshell, this is how it can be used. Clear? Now what else we can do? We can delete the data frame. How? Just write del and just write df. Execute it. If I'm printing df, here you can see df not defined. Why? Because data frame is not there. Clear? So this is basically the introduction to pandas, how pandas works, how to install pandas, how to import pandas, what are the short name of it. And similarly, what you can do, you can go for the documentation of it as well. Like, if I'm going for pd dot, and after that if I'm pressing a tab, so here you will get all the functions written in the library pandas. Okay, these are all the functions that you can scroll through, right? You can read the CSV file, read Excel file, right? You can read HTML, you can read JSON as well. You can read Pickle, SQL. A lot of things can be done. And for the same thing, we are having the function as well. Okay, so these are all the functions we are having. You can create array, you can concatenate it using row wise, column wise, data frame is there. Okay, so you can take any function of your choice. Like, if I'm taking array, bracket open, bracket close, then you can press shift plus tab. I'm repeating, inside it you can press shift plus tab, then you will get the documentation of it. Okay, the whole documentation of this function is there. Like, let me add a couple of cells at the bottom so that it would be visible to you. Right, if I'm pressing this and click on this plus, so this is the whole documentation of it. What this function accept, which type of data type that is. Like, we can define the data type of the function, data type of the array, like if it contains the integer values or float values or booleans. Here we can write if we want to copy it or not in the same variable. Okay, And after that, here we can see the parameter, exact parameter in the data, what I need to have. This is a one, should be one dimension. What should be the data type? What do you mean by data type? And currently some other function as well, extended type that we are having. So the whole documentation of each and every function is there. It is not just for pandas, but for every function you are having, and any library that you are having, numpy, pandas, matplotlib, all the functions are there. So this is the introduction to pandas. As we dig deeper into it, we are also going to discuss how to load the data set, how to work on the data set, how to pre-process the data set, and all such stuff. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Hey, so I'm hoping you guys are clear about the concept, like whatever we have discussed about pandas, how to import it, and how to install it, what are the important functions that we're having in pandas. So yes, that's pretty much it. If you're having any doubt, please ask us in the discussion. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.